Well, a very good evening and thank you for joining us. My name is Omondi, Otieno, and you're right on time for KUTV Primetime News. Today being a Tuesday, the 22nd day of March, the year 2022. Tonight we have a lot in store for you and what is happening in the country and of course beyond our borders. And also tonight we shall be having a candid discussion as the world is commemorating the World Water Day. Shall be having a discussion that is inclined to the theme groundwater, making the invisible visible. But first, let's take a look at the stories making headlines tonight. ODM Chief Raila Odinga jets back to the country after walking tour to the United Kingdom. Coalitions faced with delicate balancing act in picking candidates ahead of the party primaries. Teachers' Commissions vows to discipline teachers linked to exam malpractices. On our special feature tonight, Ministry of Water steps up to solve water scarcity in informal settlements.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Omondi Otieno.
Welcome to the broadcast, and not alone. I'm with the company of Sharon Omboi, who's a sign language interpreter tonight. We're also streaming live this broadcast on our social media platforms on Facebook, KUTV Kenya, and on Twitter, KUTV_Kenya. It's also live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya Live. Now, Orange Democratic Movement leader Raila Odinga has jetted back into the country after his tour of the United Kingdom. The former Prime Minister left the country on Sunday, March 13th, for the European nation, flanked by several leaders only to the Azimio la Umoja camp, among them ex-Gatanga MP Peter Kenneth, Governors Ali Hassan Joho, Charity Ngilu, as well as Suna East MP Junet Mohammed and Court Secretary General Francis Atwoli. During his tour, Raila Odinga held talks with the United Kingdom Trade Envoy to Kenya Theo Clarke, delivered a lecture at Chatham House in London detailing his relationship with the President Uhuru Kenyatta and plans that he has for Kenya ahead of the general elections. He later met Archbishop of Canterbury, Reverend Justin Welby, before his tour culminating in a meeting with Kenyans living in the United Kingdom. And now, with a few weeks left before the political parties and coalitions conduct primaries or issue tickets to their preferred candidates, tough migraines hit the party leaders on how to settle for candidates in the hotly contested seats. Azimio la Umoja has a big hassle in flooring candidates as the constituent parties insist on fielding candidates across all elective posts. Ahead of the party primaries, the political scene is witnessing the game of hope, step and jump, with candidates defecting from camp to camp in search for greener pastures. Could these be fears of direct nominations or the tough competitions for the party tickets? The tension in the bruising battle got stiffer in Kisii County, with Senator Professor Sam Ongeri launching his gubernatorial bid under the DAP-K party. The region considered to be ODM's stronghold is considering to field Dagoretti North MP Simba Arati, with Jubilee Party aspirant Chris Obure also eyeing the gubernatorial post. This becomes an intra-coalition battle for the Azimio la Umoja camp. DAP-K leader Eugene Wamalwa, however, eased the tension, saying that the parties are not competing but complementing each other.
Na Azimio la Umoja, kwa nyumba ya baba kuna vyumba vingi. Kuna chumba cha ODM, chumba cha Jubilee, kuna chumba cha DAP. Na sisi kama Azimio affiliate parties, we are not here to compete with each other. We are here to complement each other. We are not here to compete with each other, but to compete na wale watu wa Kenya kwanza. Tuko pamoja.
The Azimio camp is not spared the headache in Nairobi County as well, facing a delicate balancing act in picking candidates for the governor's seat. The camp has strong contestants including Western's MP Tim Wanyonyi, Governor Anne Kananu, businesswoman Anne Kagure, and a close confidant to the handshake regime Richard Ngatia. This extends to the Kenya Kwanza Park that also has former Starehe MP Bishop Margaret Wanjiru and Senator Johnson Sakaja. The nomination dates continue to draw nearer, with the electoral body IEBC set to register candidates from 29th May to June 9th. The Reviewed Elections Act mandates that candidates are required to be members of a political party by 26th March 2022, signifying an end to the party hopping. Political parties have until April 22nd to conduct nominations. And still on matters politics, Deputy President Dr. William Ruto has today unveiled the former Chief Administrative Secretary Patrick Ole Ntutu as the official UDA candidate in the Narok County gubernatorial race. Addressing residents in Narok County, Dr. Ruto said that the decision was made after a discussion with other aspirants who eyed the position on UDA ticket. Seth Wasike has a detailed report.
Deputy President Dr. William Ruto has today led the Kenya Kwanza campaigns in Narok County, where he attended the campaign launch of former CAS in the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare Patrick Ole Ntutu, who is expected to fly the UDA ticket in the gubernatorial race. While addressing residents at Ole Pirik Farm, the UDA chief encouraged unity among county residents.
Viongozi wengi walitupigia simu, wengine wakaandika SMS, wengine wakaandika WhatsApp, wengine wakatupigia simu kusema ya kwamba sio vizuri watu wa Narok wagawanyike kwa mashindano ya gavana. Ni kweli ama si kweli?
Dr. Ruto was accompanied by other Kenya Kwanza leaders, rolled the ball in favor of the coalition, insisting that it is the only way to change and an assurance of development.
Nasema tutahakikisha ya kwamba kila mtu anafanya biashara na ako na pesa ya kufanya hiyo biashara, na wale wote wanatafuta mikopo, hasa wananchi wa kawaida ambao hawajulikani kwa mabenki, ambao hawana security, tutawasaidia ili waweze kupata pesa ya kuendesha biashara zao, ndio tuweze kuweka pesa kwa mfuko ya kila mwananchi.
Other leaders who had accompanied the deputy president took to stage to throw a spear on former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, condemning him of invading the Jubilee government and wanting him to retire in peace.
Wandugu zangu wa pande ile wanatishia watu ya kwamba wakikuwa watapata hii ugavana, kuna wengine watadhulumiwa. Si mmesikia hiyo maneno? Mimi nimesema nikiwa mgavana wenu nitahakikisha ya kwamba kila kabila, tuko na kabila 45 ya Wakenya ambayo wako Narok County.
Kuambia mzigo wa kitandawili ni mzito. Upande moja kuna Rais Uhuru Kenyatta na wale watu ambao baba yake alikuwa, na upande wetu ni sisi na nyinyi wananchi ambao baba yetu ni baba yetu tu, hakuwa mtu yeyote.
It's a sigh of relief for the former CAS after the current women representative Soipan Tuya, Narok South MP Korei Olemeyin, and Narok West MP Gabriel Tongoyo stepped down. The final decision will be made by Narok residents on the August 8th elections. Seth Wasike for KUTV.
And now to matters education. The Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha, has admitted few cases of exam malpractices that have been reported across the country despite heightened monitoring of the ongoing exercise. The two principals placed center managers and rogue security officers at the center of exam cheating syndicate that involves taking photos of exam papers and distributing them to students and their associates.
As the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE exams entered its second week, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha has confirmed there have been few cases of exam cheating despite security measures put in place.
We shall not allow cell phones into examination centers except for the two emergency ones. One will be provided by the Ministry of Interior to the policeman, and one from our side to the center manager, and work will continue that way very well.
CS Magoha revealing candidates have devised ingenious ways to steal the exams, some even hiding cheating material in their religious robes.
One of the kids must have hidden the cell phone. As we respect religion, can we also make sure that we frisk properly? We respect religion, whichever religion you have, there is freedom of worship. But don't use religion to hide a cell phone into the examination hall.
According to the two principals in the Ministry of Education, most cases involve exam center managers who collude with rogue security officers manning exams to take pictures of exam papers and distribute to their colleagues and the candidates.
It's a small cartel. What they do is that they put one center manager who conspires with the security officer. They open the second paper, especially at that time when they're opening the first paper. Then they take a photo and send to some people.
Nonetheless, the education principals maintain the exam process is going on smoothly, despite few challenges, insisting they remain vigilant to safeguard the integrity of the entire exercise.
The last bit of the security feature, which, as the CS said yesterday, we can't give many details about, has helped us thoroughly. That if you take a photo of the exam and we are able to see the photo, we'll be able to use our system to identify where the photo has been taken.
Magoha has additionally confirmed the marking exercise of the KCPE exams is almost complete, and the official release of the results will be communicated after meeting of key education stakeholders.
In terms of the marking of primary school exams, I think we are about to complete. Like we gave you, we have targets, and the targets are met. So I will now soon start looking for H1. Whenever he is ready, because we have to discuss the results with him, then we shall release the results to our children.
Henry Tende, KUTV.
And Kwale Governor Salim Mvurya has today answered to the complaints tabled to the Departmental Committee on Financial Planning in the County Hall regarding lack of own submission of financial and technical reports. This gives blind spots in the revenue collection, usage and auditing to aid in project planning and lack of risk management policies, strategies and risk mitigation.
In a report submitted by the Auditor General of the Departmental Committee on Financial Planning, Nancy Gadungu, audit review of the revenue management system Kwale County revealed that receipts amounting to 3,669,250 shillings had been reversed, and there were no checks over the sub-county revenue officer rights to void the receipts, a scenario the report indicated could open the county executive to fraud and manipulation of revenue data. In an audit review for the status report dating 30 June 2020, a budgetary allocation of money amounting to 3,585,064,063 Kenyan shillings had been issued for the implementation of 522 projects in the county of Kwale. Of those, 265 projects had been completed as of 30th June 2020, 154 were ongoing, 154 had not started, and 11 projects had stalled, translating to unrealization of the value for money of the ongoing and stalled projects. The committee also demanded a response from the Governor Salim regarding the delay of 10 years in duration of the implementation of a risk management policy, which includes a fraud prevention mechanism, internal control to build robust business operations, guidance regarding the management of risk to support the achievement of corporate objectives to protect staff and business assets and ensure financial sustainability, citing the lack of clarity on how the management managed risk exposures.
You say there was no risk management because draft is not approved and you cannot use it as a source.
What you need to provide, Governor, first is the evidence of the current status that it has been approved by the county executive and it has been transmitted to the county assembly. That evidence needs to be provided to the auditors. Because the other aspect is the explanation of why it took this long, but that's a matter now for the committee to decide, because we are not getting a very clear reason.
Honorable Salim is hereby required to verify the status of the project implementations, giving detailed financial statements and verifying the risk management policy with the Auditor General in 30 days. Daphne Orina for KUTV.
Thank you, Daphne Rena, for that report. Now to matters health. Today, 17 people have tested positive for coronavirus from a sample size of 4,480 tested in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate is now at 0.4%. The total confirmed positive cases are 323,306. 2 patients have recovered from the virus, with the total recoveries now standing at 317,598. No patient died today, therefore the cumulative fatalities remains at 5,647. Around my chronometer, it's 17 minutes past the top of the hour. It's time we take our first break here on KUTV Primetime News. In a moment, we shall be coming back with the discussion of the ninth World Water Day, with the theme underground water making the invisible visible. You don't want to miss this, so stay with us. See you on the other side.
This and that, you study. If you're not in class, you're in the field.
Najua students tunapenda kulala. What I do when I get broke.
If the money is not enough, we find some of us when tunaingia in betting.
Kuna challenges mingi.
Now we're here 4 years later about to graduate. What do I say?
This is Technovation Show Women in Tech edition.
After campus, I went to create my first email address, and what shocked me was the price of creating an email address. Personally, one achievement that I made last year that I'm really proud of was being recognized as a GDE. I'm recognized as the first female Flutter GDE in Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, and the first GDE in Kenya as well.
You guys attended the NDC, the yes. UDA NDC the other day, and I'll bring up an issue here of Moses Kuria saying that walimuibia Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kura hadi akaingia kwenye kiti. And Moses Kuria defends himself by saying that he was supposed to talk about kuimbia.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
You see, for the case of Moses Kuria, we have this accent, the African accent.
Kenya kuna aina tofauti za hali ya anga ambazo huboresha au kuwa changamoto kwa wakazi wa eneo. Kaunti ya Makueni imeibuka kuwa bora katika masuala ya kilimo licha ya hali ya kiangazi.
Maembe huwa tunazalisha nyingi, lakini mtambo kuna ile capacity ambapo haiwezi pitisha na hatuwezi chukua maembe yote. In fact, tunachukua 5-6%.
Kaunti hii imejikakamua kwa udi na uvumba kutegua kitendawili. Ukambani kuna ukame.
Tambo maji ilikuwa ngumu kupata kiasi, kwa sababu kama ni pale kwa mto inapita tu inaenda. Lakini sasa hii kama imesimamishwa itakuwa rahisi kwetu.
Basi kikosi cha Boresha Kilimo kilitangamana na wakulima mbalimbali kuandaa Makueni County Edition.
Na wahimiza wana Makueni na Wakenya wote kwa jumla uitanzama kipindi cha Boresha Kilimo kila Jumamosi kuanzia saa 6:30.
Hello everyone, this is the new chapter of Let's Be Fit. I'll be host DiCaplo. I'm here to give you various workouts. I'll be having different trainers. We'll have Zumba classes, we'll have aerobics classes, we'll have box exercise, we'll have kata box. The show comes every Thursday from 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. Keep it locked, make sure we keep fit, and that's it from me to you. Let's be fit.
Welcome to On Fleek, where we flow flawless and serve you the latest gossips,
bring you the current and latest fashion trends.
Talk to you about current life issues,
bring you guests related to lifestyle.
Do not miss out our show. I'll be your host, Stacey Otieno.
And I, Joy Nyambura. Don't miss out. Bye.
Hata katika ulimwengu wa binadamu utapata kwamba wanadamu wako katika tabaka mbalimbali. Kuna wale ambao kwamba wao wako katika daraja za juu, kuna wengine wako katika daraja za katikati, na vile vile kuna wengine ambao kwamba wako katika daraja ya chini. Basi vile vile katika ulimwengu wa malaika, Mwenyezi Mungu aliyetukuka amewapangilia katika daraja tofauti tofauti. Kwa hivyo lazima tujue daraja zao. Je, ni nani kiongozi wa malaika wote na alikuwa akifanya kazi gani?
Natoka ile mtenye Maslay Queen utembea na visi ndio onekao tamada vijana.
Akajiona mdeadly kushinda waganga wote wa Kitui. Hakujua hii kitu hii ni tricky.
Alafu imekuwa chai. Ite kitu kidogo just to get in between my thighs that I love you.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Omondi Otieno.